Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make Cleveland's house from the Cleveland show. If you enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, and if you do like it enough to actually make it all the way to the end, share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. But without any further ado, let's get started. So before we begin, I want to tell you a few things. Number one, we will need all of these materials that you can see in my inventory and hotbar to make the actual house. Please make sure that you have access to every single one of these. These are the amounts of those materials that you will need. You should be seeing an overlay put up on the screen right now showing you roughly how much of each material you will need just in case you are building this in survival. Those figures may not be 100% perfect, but I can guarantee you they are quite close. And on top of all of those things, the house requires a 24 block by a 37 block area to make, so please do make sure that you have enough room. Pause the video if necessary, make sure that you have the stuff, enough of it, and enough room to make it, and then we can begin. Okay, so once that's all sorted out, I want you to make your way to the front left-hand corner of where you're going to build the house. You don't have to build this grid if you don't want to, but I would recommend it just because it makes it easier. On the front right corner of the grid, count inwards by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place yourself 2 blocks of quartz on top. 1, 2. Go to the right by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And connect down to the ground. I want you to then take the upper quartz block and place 3 stone brick stairs to the right of it. 1, 2, 3. Place a block of quartz, connect it down to the ground, and then take that upper quartz block and extend it right by 2. 1, 2. Extend that block down to the ground, and also extend that same block backwards by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect downwards and take that 4th block and extend it across the build and connect it back to the front of the build, kind of creating a platform like this. Fill the lower half of that platform in using light blue terracotta. You only have to fill the left, front, and right sides in with the terracotta, as those are the only parts that will be visible. The rest is going to be covered up by the inside of the house. I also want you to fill the top of this platform in using stone brick slabs. Stone brick blocks are also valid, and if you were really lazy, you could use upside down stone brick stairs, although that's harder. Once you've done that, I want you to place a row of stone brick stairs connecting this row of stone brick stairs down to the ground, so diagonally and outwards as you would expect stairs to. I want you to place a row of block of quartz left and right of those stairs and extend them towards you, and also place an additional one on top like this. I then want you to take the outer corners of the platform, and I'll show you what I mean, and I want you to raise them up each by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Also next to the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this corner of the platform here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to have something which should look like this. So that's the outer part of the platform. The inner part of the platform is a bit different. I want you to come to the back 2 corners, and I want you to place 9 block of quartz coming up from each corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I want you to do the same with the other corner, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there we are building up the front of the house. Well, now that you've done that, we are going to start adding detail here. So the first thing we're going to do is add the entranceway. Very simply, on the back row of block of quartz in between the two large rows, starting from the right, place 2 white concrete. 1, 2. Then a blue concrete. Then a door. Blue concrete. Make the rest of the row white, like this. There you go. Then, on top of this row, as we hit the left side, I want you to place a white concrete on top of this end block. Then place a blue concrete next to it. 4 glass. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a blue concrete. And add another row on top of that. So, where you place the blue in the glass, place blue in the glass again. I then want you to place upon the blue concrete that we have next to the door, I want you to place 2 additional blue concrete each and connect them at the top, like this. At the very top of the build, I want you to connect the top 2 rows of block of quartz together, preferably without destroying them, like that. And then, starting from the left underneath, I want you to place a blue concrete, 4 glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, a blue concrete, 2 white, 1, 2, blue concrete, and then 4 glass, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a blue concrete, like this. And I want you to add another row underneath this, meaning all of the blue glass and all of the blue and all of the glass and even the white concrete can be extended down. Now the glass is a little bit tricky, of course. You got to get it just in the right spot, otherwise it doesn't want to extend down. Like that. Then from the back, just because I find it a little bit easy, I don't even know why, I want you to fill in the rest of the front of the house using white concrete. Yeah, I don't know why I'm filling it in from behind. I guess because the porch isn't in the way. I guess is the reasoning there. But still, fill it all in with white, then we can move on. Just like this. Now, the next thing I want you to do is place birch fence in between all of the porch area. So, all of the porch area at the front of the build, just place yourself some birchwood fence connecting all of the block of quartz together. Except the ones, of course, where the stairs are. Now, once you have done that, we will be coming back to this a little bit later, but there is also like a roof to put on the porch as well. But that's something that we will be tackling a little bit later on. Next, we have a lot more detail to add. So, materials that we're going to get rid of for just the while: stone brick stairs, stone brick slabs, iron door, and we're going to grab ourselves some terracotta, and yeah, we'll grab other stuff as we need it. On the side of the build, beginning from the bottom block of quartz here, I want you to place a row of 4 white concrete coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place blue concrete to the right of that. Then place glass to the right of that. Then a blue concrete to the right of that. 4 terracotta. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I want you to continue across, and I want you to place a white concrete, blue, glass, then blue, white concrete, blue, glass, blue, come on, blue, there we go, and then white concrete, and then blue, extend the blue down, up, take the upper blue, extend it right by 1, 2, down 2, 1, 2. Then I want you to take this middle blue right here, extend it right by 1 with the white concrete, 1 with the blue, glass pane. Then I want you to place a white, another blue, come on, then a white concrete, and then a block of quartz. So that's quite a long row. That is quite a long row indeed. Now, once you have made this row, I want you to take all of the blue concretes And I want you to raise them up by 1 row. The only part that you don't want to do it is where you have the door, which is here. You don't want to add any more onto that. Then I want you to place another row of glass in between all of the windows like this. Just like that. And I want you to take the terracotta area, and I want you to place 2 more rows on top of it. So this will be 1 and then 2. Take the middle 2 blocks, and I want you to raise them up until they are as high as the front of the house like this. I also want you to connect the terracottas downwards as well. So connect them all the way down to the bottom, just like this. I also want you to place a row of terracotta in front of this. So I just want you to extend it out the side of the build by 1 row. Basically just coming towards us like this. Might take a second or 2 to do really. There we are. What I also want to do is I want to add the upper windows to the house. So grab the white concrete. On the front of the house where you see the 2 large windows on the front of the house, in the same position on the side of the house, these 2 blocks, I want you to place white concrete coming backwards from the same block. You can see what I'm talking about here. And then blue concrete, 2 glass, like this. Then blue concrete, like that. Move through the chimney. And in the same position, place 2 rows of white. 1, 2. Blue glass. 2 rows of glass. Blue concrete. I keep calling it glass. 2 rows of glass. 1, then 2. Come on. And then blue concrete. And then 2 rows of white. 1, 2. Blue concrete. 2 more glass. And then more blue concrete, like this. And that's perfect. What I then want you to do is very simple. I want you to take the quartz block on the very end here, and I want you to raise it up until it is as high as the front of the house. It should be quite easy to figure out. And I also want you to extend the quartz block downwards like this. And then I want you to take the entire inside this, and I want you to fill it in using white concrete. So the entire wall, all between the windows, chimney, blah blah blah, all of that stuff, all of it must be white concrete in the end. And in the end, we'll have something which should look perfectly like this. And once you have done that, I want you to, you know what, we'll add details actually to this side of the build, as we are here, before we move on. Okay, so there is a walkway that we have to make to get up to this door. To make the walkway, we need some quartz stairs and a door. I'm going to place an iron door here inside the doorway. I am going to place 2 quartz stairs in this position right here. I want them coming away from the wall here. 1, 2, with a block of quartz on the side right here. So you can see the position, it's 2 away from the end of the build. I want you to place an additional row of quartz stairs coming upwards, with a block of quartz coming on top. And we're going to extend the blocks of quartz forwards until they connect diagonally just next to the chimney. Going to place another row of block of quartz on top so they're as high as the stairs, and then fill the center of this in. You could even use a different material if you so chose, but I'm using block of quartz just because it's a nice block. I like it quite a bit. Now, once you have done that, the next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing the overhang, which is for Cleveland's car. And to make this, we're just going to, for the moment, we're going to dump glass and birch birch fence, and we're going to grab ourselves some stone brick slabs. And I want you to find this position on the side of the house. It's directly underneath this lower window at the front. This white concrete here. So from this white concrete, we leave a gap of, we count to the right by 8. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you've made the grid, it's right on the end. Place a row of 4 block of quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Extend the block of quartz backwards by 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And extend that down to the ground, like that. Just like that. Now, once you have done that, I want you to extend the block of quartz back 1 and also forwards 1. So we kind of have something that looks like a table. Place stone brick slabs on the sides of the table shape. And extend the stone brick slabs forwards by 1 row, and we'll also be doing it backwards by 1 row. But what we do want to do, I want you to extend it in, up, in, up, in, up, and then all the way in. So it's going to go all the way to the house. And I want you to do the same on the back here. We're actually going to take this stone brick slab here, extend it outwards, and then in, up, in, up, all the way in. And you should find that actually goes quite nicely. It sits right above the windows. And then we're going to completely fill this in using stone brick slabs like this. We're just going to fill the top of this in, and it's going to be an overhanging, maybe a carport might be the right idea for it, but it's basically just a big shelter is essentially what this is. And we might even shave down the chimney as well, just so that it sits inside of the shelter, because on the original it does. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, it depends whether you like it or not, whether you like the chimney poking out, it's a bit more detail, or if you want to just shave it down by 1, make sure you change the wall behind it and then add some slabs. But you know, that's up to you. Whichever way you want it is the way that you can have it. So once you have done that, the next thing that we are going to do, because we are towards the front of the house here right now, okay guys, we're going to grab some nether brick slabs. And this is very important because I want you to place a row of nether brick slabs coming across the front of the porch. So on the front of the house, I want you to place a row of nether brick slabs. It overhangs by the side by 1, by the way, just on the sides like that. And it wants to sit just in front of the top of the porch like that. And then we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to take the end blocks that overhang and we're going to extend them inwards and upwards until we eventually reach the point where we connect to the house. Like this, if that makes sense. And that'll be just underneath the windows of the house. So inwards and upwards until you eventually just reach underneath the windows like that. And then we're just going to connect both sides of the porch together. And then this will be a large portion of the house complete, actually, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a large portion of the house indeed. And once this has been done, we will be making the rest of the house. And the rest of the house is very, very simple. Trust me. Very, very easy indeed. And then we'll be doing the roof, which is equally as easy. However, very time consuming. I can tell you that. It's a very long process doing the roof. But we want to have something which should look like this. And then for the sides of the house, these are blank sides, the left side and the back side, because I don't know what is actually here. So to do the left side, all I want you to do is place a row of white concrete that extends all the way from the back of the porch all the way backwards. And you want to place your white concrete as far as where you place white concrete on that opposite side. You then want to place a block of quartz and then connect both of the block of quartz together using white concrete. So very much like this, right? So white concrete in between, you form a corner, and then you can very easily raise up the white concrete in the corner, and then you can check its height by placing rows of white concrete coming from that corner towards the front of the house and the side of the house as we've just done there. Why is this so difficult? like that. And then all we're going to do is we're going to fill these in just with white concrete. And the reason being is, as I've said, I don't know exactly what is actually supposed to be there. I don't know whether there's extra windows. I don't know whether there's another door perhaps on the back of the house, although that doesn't make sense because we've already got a side door which would function as a back door that we've already made. So, you know, sometimes you cannot get all of the images you want to of these cartoon related builds. Stuff out of movies, stuff out of cartoons, sometimes you simply do not know what is there. You cannot find anything to support what you're trying to find. And that is why I've left these blank. If I cannot know for sure what is supposed to be there, I'm not going to make it up. I'd rather leave something blank if I can't find out. So just fill all of them in with white concrete, and then we can move on to the next bit. Just like this. Okay, next part, not very fun, easy to do. We need quartz slabs, nether brick stairs, and nether brick slabs. I want you to place a row of quartz slabs going all the way around the top of the house, like this. Perfect. Next, I want you to place rows of nether brick stairs coming inwards and upwards around the top of the house. So if you start directly placing the nether brick stairs on top of the frame of the house, as I'm doing now, the row of white concrete, and there's a little bit of clay in it and a little bit of quartz as well in it too, you want to place that all the way around the house. And then you want to keep placing that over and over again. Once it connects together, you want to do it one row higher and inwards, and higher and inward, higher and you guys get the idea. Exactly how you would imagine doing a roof, you want to do exactly that, going all the way around the top of your house. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what you got to do. This is a very time consuming part, and I am going to just relax and listen to some music, and I think that's what you guys are probably going to be doing as well, because I'm going to be quiet. Now, eventually you will reach a point in the roof where you can finish it off by placing two back-to-back rows of nether brick stairs. However, I would opt to simply fill the top of these in using nether brick slabs. But you can have a bit of a pointier roof if you would like. That is, it's just a personal choice sort of thing. I'd actually prefer it to look a little bit like that myself. Now, as you can see, we have majoritively filled in this build. We've actually pretty much completed it. The only things that you might also want to do is, for instance, you might want to extend the pathway out of the house. You might want to extend it out in front of the house a little bit. Maybe curve it around a little, as I'm doing now, and then connect it to the right. Now, on the right, I'm going to be placing a strip of cyan terracotta, and I'm just going to fill this in using the stone brick slabs. I mentioned earlier that what we were making was a carport, and the carport is where you would keep your car. It stops at, getting all rainy and stuff, and you can just walk from that to your front door pretty much. And it's only going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of cyan terracotta, and it's just going to go from the front of the build all the way over to the back of the build here, like this, like 1, 2, 3 here. So I'll hollow all of this out as well, hollow all of it out, and this is all just going to be cyan terracotta. So if you want to add this, I'd highly recommend it. It does look a little bit better, to be completely honest with you. And I am actually missing a material, something that I wish that I did have on me. It's not 100% necessary, because we do have a material in its place, is lime terracotta. I think I'm going to use lime terracotta as bushes on the house. Like, I think I'm going to create a couple of bushes just using lime terracotta, like here, for instance. And just here, out in front of the house, just a little bit of lime terracotta, just to make a little bush area like this. And then I'll keep the grass as it is. I usually change the grass into lime terracotta itself, but I think I'll actually keep it this time. Now, once you've made those bushes, there is a small finishing touch as well. On the top of the house here, where we have the chimney, if you grab terracotta and some stone brick stairs, I want you to extend the terracotta of the chimney upwards a couple of rows, like 1, maybe 2. I want you to destroy a row inwards into the roof, and I want you to fill it in with the terracotta like this. And then we're going to place upside down stone brick stairs at the top of the chimney like this. Probably just back to back might be the easiest way to do it, like this. And that just looks like a little bit of a chimney. It really does put like a nice little finishing touch on the house. And speaking of finishing touches, ladies and gentlemen, what am I doing? There we go. I don't even know where my head was then. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clear up all of the concrete surrounding the house, all the, the yellow concrete, green, all that stuff. I'm going to clean it all up, and I'm going to fill in that pathway there, and then I'm going to show you what the house looks like once it's done, because we have officially finished, ladies and gents. I'm going to fill in the driveway, and I'm just going to get rid of all the concrete, and let's take a look. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is what Cleveland's house should look like once it has been 100% fully completed. All of the concrete is gone. I have made the driveway, and that is pretty much that. Other than that, we should both have literally the exact same house. If you have enjoyed this tutorial, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button for me, because it really helps me out and helps the channel out. If you have enjoyed enough to make it this far, please share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. If you want to keep up to date with what I build on the channel, and ladies and gentlemen, you can see I build quite a lot, check out subscribe and click the little bell next to the subscription button. That'll ensure that you get everything sent directly to your sub box. And if you would like to make any more cartoon related builds, I'd highly recommend checking out the cartoon builds playlist. It looks exactly like this, and you'll find it in the card system and the description below. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gents. I'm going to leave you with this. No, 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 no!